Hi, I'm Chris Lotz.
Hi, I'm Pat Lotz.
With the Pat Lotz Real Estate Group. Thank you for tuning in to episode 6 of Beyond the Keys, a Pat Lotz podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for all new content. Today we are talking about buying a house in 2022, a step-by-step how-to to buy a home. Step number 1, decide whether you're ready to buy a home.
Yeah.
It's different for everyone.
Yep.
We can buy, we can rent, what are some of those considerations on, why would somebody want to buy a house? Is it equity? Is it an investment? Is it building a family?
Yes, and I think too, take a look at your financial portfolio, make sure that it's a good time for you to be competitive in this particular market and not get crazy frustrated.
Yeah, income, employment status, there are great, with interest rates so low, closer to those 3s, a lot more people became able to buy homes, but take those into consideration. Income, employment status. Don't be house poor.
Yep.
Obviously you need to be mindful of your debt to income ratio. A lender's going to talk about that.
Yep.
Liquid assets with down payments. Make sure you have that cash. People don't realize that down payment, closing cost, closing fees, those things add up. So and then even credit health. I think you need to have a certain threshold, 590 or above, to be able to qualify for certain programs.
Right. Of course, the better your credit, the better opportunities for your good interest rates. So make sure that all goes into the whole planning.
Yeah. Even willingness to live in one place. Renters move every 1 to 2 years. Homeowners might move every 7 to 10. So what are your immediate? If you're just moving to a new city and you're going to be there for 2 years, probably not smart to buy. So maybe rent. But if you see yourself staying there for a long time, then
right.
Yes. Step number 2: calculate how much you can afford. Calculate how much you can afford on a house. There's simple algorithms for income, debt to income. Talk to your lender. How much can you afford?
Right. It basically, you can move, go backwards at it. Say, look, lender, I want to spend X amount of dollars a month. So what does that look like?
People love to talk in monthly payments. Yeah.
Yep, monthly
payments. For car loans, for home loans, people like to talk in monthly payments.
Yeah,
so I want to spend $2,000. What's my budget?
Yep.
Step number 3, save for a down payment and closing costs. Just talked about that, but there's a lot of other costs and fees that people are not aware of. Right. So make sure you have the right real estate agent to educate you, the right lender to educate you on all those costs.
Right. So you've got closing costs, you've got down payments. Remember, there's a property inspection that can be anywhere from $400 to $750. You've got out-of-pocket appraisal. So, and of course, your insurance on the home, etc.
Yeah, and every single lender should give you a cost breakdown home to home for closing costs, down payments, prorations, taxes, so on and so forth. And one thing that's missed, not that it's a major fee, but one thing that is missed is inspection fees.
Yeah.
$500, $600, $700 for a home inspection. $3 to $5 for a well and septic inspection, and then some loans require water tests, some loans require pest inspections, just more associated costs. So.
Yep.
Step number 4, decide what type of mortgage is right for you. Not every single mortgage is apples to apples. Some are more competitive than others. And what are we talking? Conventional. And then USDA loans, FHA,
yep,
RD,
VA,
and VA.
Yeah.
So they're not always, and some might just fit better criteria for others. Why would I do an RD loan, 0% down? Why would I do FHA, low credit score? Why would I do VA?
I'm a veteran.
Exactly, taking advantage of.
Yeah.
Jinx. And then conventional loans speak for themselves. Mortgages are made by private lenders. They're not necessarily always backed by the government. They do go through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac criteria, but they're less complicated than a USDA loan. A few more things that you have to focus in on for a FHA, VA, or RD. Step number 5, get pre-approved for a mortgage. Talk to your lender, apply.
Yep. That's really a great first step, to take a look at that picture, and it helps you with the previous steps even. Get your budget in order and make sure that you're in a financial right position to move forward and buy a house.
And they're going to pull credit. They're going to ask for tax returns. they're going to ask for pay stubs. There is a process to these things. They can't just say, hey, how much do you make? They need to know how much you make. So there is a process. Some people are a little concerned with, I don't want my credit to be pulled. It's a minor hit. And in the big picture, to be qualified and maybe get the best product from 3 different lenders, who's got the best product for me?
Yeah.
Cost of doing business.
It's the cost of doing business. That's what it is.
Step number 6, find the right real estate agent for you. We don't even need to go into this because a previous episode, we talked about questions to ask the real estate agent, your next real estate agent, or anyone, to find the right real estate agent for you. So maybe we can link that in the description below. Step number 3, begin the house hunt.
Yep.
Set up a criteria. What are we looking for?
What area?
How big, yard, fence, septic, sewer, city, rural. Work with your real estate agent to create that criteria and set up those searches so you guys are ready. You're pre-approved. Now we just need to find that house, and when we find the right house,
gotta jump on it.
We're ready. School districts, property values, trends, real estate, and even taxes. County to county, township to township, city, rural. It's gonna have different taxes, so take those into consideration.
Yeah.
Step number 8, make an offer on the house. And you might do this a few times.
Make a clean offer on that house. And again, it's guidance by the buyer's agent, what works for you, and putting your best foot forward.
Speaking of previous episodes, that was the last episode we talked about as well. Clean, concise, put together offers to get your offer accepted, and some things to do and some things not to do. So go back to episode number 5. Clean offer, low contingencies, make some offers, and you might have to submit a few offers. I think right now we're submitting maybe 4 to 7 offers before an acceptance, before we actually get to that point of getting an accepted offer. And there's a lot of factors, but it's probably on average 4 to 7.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get discouraged or frustrated. There's no blame game here. You're doing the best you can, and I'm a firm believer after 21 years, when we find a house, it's going to be the right fit for you. So as much as you're frustrated and discouraged, just keep on moving forward. It'll all come together.
Daily conversation. Stay positive, stay patient, and just stay ready. Don't get discouraged. A lot of people are doing this stuff, and it's very, very competitive. So just stay positive, stay patient. Step number 9, get a home inspection. This will protect you. $1,000 for a home inspection with a little bit combination of home inspection and well and septic and water test. It protects you.
It is. It's risky not to do it. And I think that opens up a liability to a lot of parties, and it's very risky. If somebody wants to do it, it's really important that we get that in writing that says, we've waived the property inspection. What I am seeing, not a lot, but, we're personally doing a pre-inspection, handing that over to the buyer and say, this is what we found. It's not on your, dime, but this is what our inspection, came through. We're looking for elephants, not ants, but there's some things that you cannot see.
Yeah, and we're actually talking about inspection deal killers next episode. So tune in next episode to some deal killers. What are these elephants we're looking at?
Yep.
You can work through elephants too, but what are these elephants we're looking for?
Yeah.
Step number 10, get a home appraisal. This kind of happens simultaneously. You more pay for it, and there are these guarantees or other factors to get your offer accepted, but it is a part of the process.
That's
to
correct.
When you're going through financing, to get your home appraised.
Yep.
So step number 11, ask for repairs or credits. And not every single time can we ask for repairs or credits. Back to your point, we're looking for elephants, and we might only be asking for elephants. Some people are waiving inspections. Some people are doing pass fails. A pass fail, you can't ask for anything. So are we willing to take on this home with what we need to do after we get possession, whether it's address mold or address old plumbing, electrical, so on and so forth.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at the big picture, is that you go into a house, it's a used home, there is normal repair and maintenance concerns and issues. So if you're going to go into a house and you have to spend a couple $1,000s to do a few things, might not be necessary the day you move in. It's just that's all part of all homes. So
some people ask for repairs or credit based on dated things. It's from the 90s. I'd like it, if it ain't broke. Unfortunately, I think the sellers in this market are not going to fix it. And two, you can ask, but they might reject it. Are you willing to take that on for a few $1,000s to get the house? If it's a few $1,000s, I would choose to get that house every single day of the week. So,
Yeah.
Step number 12, do a final walkthrough. This happens just before closing. Let's go make sure that the basement's not flooded, the house hasn't burned down, and let's head to closing and sign those papers. Speaking of, step number 13, close on your new home. Get to closing. You work with a closer, most of the time independent closer from the title companies, both title companies. If it is a combined closing, if it's a split closing, it'll be one, they'll combine those documents later. You work with a closer to work through your closing docs and then your lender docs, and then fund,
Boom.
whether it's electronically or check, and
Houston, we got a deal.
we bought a house.
35 days later,
Yeah.
that's
And there-
usually how long it takes.
And there's a process on that, and even too, we talked about timelines. So go back to another episode to see a little bit more in depth of what those timelines are. This was a clean and straightforward. What happens to get a house, and we'll actually run through them really, really quick right now, just step by step to recap them all. Step number 1, decide whether you want to buy. Step number 2, calculate how much you can afford. Step 3, save for a down payment, closing costs. Step 4, decide what type of mortgage. Step 5, get pre-approved with a mortgage. Step 6, find the right real estate agent. Step 7, begin that home hunting journey. Step number 8, make an offer on a house. Step 9, get a home inspection. Step 10, get a home appraised. Step 11, ask for repairs or credits. Step number 12, do a final walkthrough. Step number 13, close on your new home. And with that, you are new or now new homeowners, and congratulations. Yeah. I'm Chris Lotz.
I'm Pat Lotz.
With the Pat Lotz Real Estate Group. Again, thanks for tuning in to episode 6 of Beyond the Keys, a Pat Lotz podcast. Live local, buy local, use local, and as always, there's lots to love in Livingston County.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to use those like, comment, and share buttons below. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Pat Lotz Real Estate for more helpful home buying and selling tips. Want a free comparable market analysis? Scan that QR code on your screen or visit our website at www.patlotz.com and fill out the request form. There's lots to love in Livingston County.